I lost my husband to pride. At 3:50 a.m., he reached for me, and I turned away. It began with something painfully ordinary. A Monday morning, I stood at the sink brushing my teeth when he glanced over and sighed. "You always squeeze the
Why do
toothpaste
you
like
always
that,"
press the
he
toothpaste
said.
like that?
"It looks careless." He didn't mean to hurt me, but he did. If I had known what that small moment would grow into, I might have smiled, fixed the tube, and kissed him goodbye. But life doesn't announce its turning points. It simply moves forward. Heat rushed to my face. I dropped the toothbrush, said nothing, grabbed my bag, and walked out. No breakfast. No goodbye. Pride walked with me to work. On a normal day, John would check on me 2 or 3 times while I was at work. John calls just to ask if I had eaten, if my day was going well, if I was okay. That day, my phone stayed silent. I noticed. A quiet unease stirred in me. But I brushed it off, telling myself I wouldn't have answered anyway. That evening, the house felt hollow. Dinner passed without conversation. In bed, we turned our backs to each other, our silence heavier than any argument. Monday slipped into Tuesday and neither of us gave in. On Tuesday night, as I washed the dishes, he spoke softly behind me. "Hello." My heart softened, but pride answered first. I didn't turn around. I kept washing. John had always carried a gentle warmth, the kind of presence that could calm a storm without words. Still, I convinced myself to stand firm. He should apologize first. A smile wasn't enough. Quiet kindness wasn't enough. Later, I heard him humming one of our favorite songs in the shower. I used to join him, laughing, singing off-key. That night, I stayed away. Pride stole that moment too. When he came to bed, I pretended to be asleep. Around 3:50 a.m., I felt his fingers brush my hand, a hesitant, fragile touch meant to wake me. Annoyed, I brushed him away. I thought he was asking for affection. I didn't know he was asking for help. Morning came. My alarm rang at 6:45 a.m. I rushed through my routine. He was still lying there, or so I assumed. Pride kept me from checking. I left the house without a word. At 6 p.m., I returned. The front door stood open. The house felt wrong. Too quiet, too still. I ran to the bedroom. He was exactly where I had left him. I shook him, called his name, touched his face. Cold, silent, gone. I collapsed, screaming, holding him, begging him to wake up, but he was already beyond my reach. It wasn't until his funeral that the truth shattered me completely. If I had responded to his touch, I would have noticed that he needed help. I would have seen the signs. I would have reached for his inhaler, and that might have saved him. John had lived with chronic asthma since childhood, managing it carefully all his life. That night, all he needed was my response. And I chose pride.